flame. I'm sorry, David. Roberta.
Yeah, also known as Bathurst, in New South Wales, Australia. Um, yeah, I think it's got 23 corners, um, and it's about 3.8 miles long. There's some tricky corners. There's some S turns. There's some uphills and downhills. Um, yeah, it ought to be an interesting race. Yeah, we also got a couple new drivers with us starting with us this week. A couple of them, Morgan Smith, Austin Diltz, and Sean Atkins. They're all three going to be in the GT3 cars, so watch for them as they're going to run with us here. The highest point of this track is one of them hills I'm taking. At one of those hills they go up. Um, it is 870 meters above sea level. I'm not real keen with meters, so I'm guessing that's pretty high up. Yeah, looks like we'll have Thaddeus Marshall on the pole in the GTP car, followed by Kirscher Burge, Steven Salas, and all GTP cars. Your pole sitter for the GT3s is Kobe Hartung with a 205.775. Second's going to be David Steiner, Nathan Biggert third, Sean Atkins fourth, Mark Retchin fifth, John Hammond sixth, Brad Dove seventh, Austin Diltz eighth, and Morgan Smith will round out at ninth. So Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Um, I didn't know if you maybe knew this, Striker, but I didn't. It's also referred to as Gold Country. It's where it's one of the sites where the first gold discovery was found, and where the first gold rush occurred in Australia. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. It is a cool looking track. Actually, I was watching these guys in practice go around it, and it made me think, man, I kind of want to try it out and go around it. But no, Australia holds a big racing event every year here. It's called the Bathurst 1000. It's a major event, and it's held over 4 days. That's stretched out over 4 days. They also run. They've ran some endurance races here. The 24-hour Bathurst, and also the 12-hour Bathurst. Speaking of endurance races, there's one coming up this weekend. Yeah, yeah, the Nürburgring 24-hour. Sounds like you guys got your team set up for that. Yeah, pace car pulled off. They're going to be going green here. Looks like we'll have Steven Salas, Chris Roberge, and Thaddeus Marshall. Okay, okay. Looks like we got GT3 rolling off here for their green flag. Good to see Brad Dove out there in the GT3 car. He just let him go by him there on the outside or on the inside. It's good to see him running some road. Yeah, you got John Hammond back here too. It's good to see him out there. I believe he's running out there for Tyler, his son. It sounded like Tyler was a little under the weather to pilot the car, so uh, old man's jumping in it and gonna have some fun. Yeah, I'm just watching the GTP cars here, the pack of them. They're getting ready to come up on a corner called Hell's Corner. Yeah, and it's actually turn number one. It's a left-hander. It's called Hell's Corner. It's not so much because of the danger, but for the tactical reasons. You can go side by side, um, but you got to be careful because your exit and your entries. It's a straight 90-degree corner. So I mean, it's Hell's Corner because I'm guessing it's 90 degrees. Yeah, so go back to that Hell's Corner. It derives from presence of a tree stump on the outside of that corner. Bike riders, motorcycles run here too, and they would hit that. They would crash there, and they would hit that stump and go straight to hell. So on a motorcycle. So I mean, that's maybe why it's called Hell's Corner. A stupid tree stump. Looks like the GT3 guys are going to be getting ready to come on the straightaway here. That's called Conrad Straightaway. And right after the straightaway there is called the Chase. The Chase is a perfect place to pass. So if you have any opportunity to pass somebody at the Chase area that they're coming up through right now, is the place to do it. Yeah, he did with the Heart to Heart boys. They Heart to Heart League, great league, great group of guys in that league. Yeah, they that was the first race of the season. They ran there at Texas, and Christopher Bears dominated that race. I'd be looking forward to see what he can do the rest of the season. Yeah, me and Jason broadcast that, and it's a lot of fun. Heart to Heart. Sorry to cut you off here, Striker, but those GT3 cars just went around a sharp left-hander that's called Forrest's Elbow. When I think of that, I think of Forrest Gump, but um, I was just looking here. I lost it. I'll have to get back on it. But yeah, sharp lander before they going downhill, isn't it? There before you hit that corner. Mhm. Here's Burrs, your leader. There comes Forrest's corner. Yep. Forrest's elbow coming up here. There's their chance to pass right there. That's that chase corner is that what I was talking about. Um, you go in real fast and you can break in and get your passes made. But it looks like Thaddeus Marshall has made a pass on Steven Salas there. Get- Yeah, yeah, Thaddeus was smart there to kind of, take it in real easy on the outside, and Christian Berger was able to resume and keep the lead. That gave Steven Salas a little bit of time to kind of catch up there. Here they go into the S corners, the S's, and down the hill. Here they come up on. Here's that Forrest's elbow. They going around, and then they come back to Conray straight, towards the chase. To me, it looked like Colby Hartung maybe came out of the pits. Um, ooh, sounded like somebody. Hmm. That same corner, they always catch. Thaddeus catches Chris real well, real good. You know, and I'll tell you one thing, Striker, that Steven Salas has really surprised me all season long with his road racing capabilities. He is. Unfortunately, that one of those wins was, I think he was the only GTP out there that day. But a win's a win. So, I mean, yeah. Looks like we got, looks like David Steiner's leading your GT3 class, followed by Nathan Biggert second, and Stephen Atkins third. One of the new guys. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The GT3 series, some really good racing, and I'm watching Mark Gretchen and Austin Dill, or no, Mark Gretchen and Morgan Smith. Morgan's been trying to catch Mark here for a couple lap or so. He'll get up there to him, and then Mark will pull away a little bit. I don't know. They're just doing a little cat and mouse. They're going down the hill now. Yeah, you see up here with the GTP cars, they're going down the hills through the S's. John Hamp. Oh, and Thaddeus or Steven Salas just spun out. I was Yeah, I was just referring to John Hammond was there as a lap car. The GTP cars are trying to get around him, and John was just letting them by there. Slowly but surely, they were able to get by him. But looked like Steven Salas came down to the bottom of that hill and just spun out. Yeah, as we got Thaddeus Marshall taking the lead from Chris Roberge right there. They are headed to, it looks like, around the last corner. There's the start finish line. They're headed to Hell's Corner. Yeah, Thaddeus Marshall. I mean, he's really put on a show this season. He's fast. I mean, I guess I would be fast too if I had James Pierce under his, had teaching me how to drive on the road. We all know James Pierce is fast. Haven't seen him in a while. Not sure. Just had some issues going on or whatnot, and hopefully we see him for the playoffs here soon. Sounds sounds good. We got Nathan Biggert back here and David Steiner. Nathan trying to get around Steiner here for fourth place. Steven Salas is currently in the pits. I'm guessing due to that spin out. Okay. So so this track um is a racetrack, but when it's not a racetrack, it's opened up to the public. It's a public road. And the police do patrol this. When it's opened up to the public as a road and there's no races, you can go there for free and drive around. As far as I know, it's free. Um, but you got to remember the police are out uh, patrolling, which that's kind of odd to me. I don't know what they're patrolling for. If somebody gets hurt, maybe or crashes, I just keeping an eye on it. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure there's no speed limit. There's also a National Motor Racing Museum next to Mount Panorama here, the track. It seems like a lot of the road tracks that we go to, um, there seems to be a museum of some sorts or nearby. That's pretty cool. So we got Thaddeus Marshall leading, followed by Chris Roberge, and looks like we've got David Steiner and Nathan Bigger at 1-2 in the GT3 cars. Oh, it looks like Steven Salas crashed it again. Looks like he's towing there. Not sure what happened to Salas there, but looks like he had the tow truck come get him, so he's back in pits. That same location, I believe it's right at that downhill. Maybe just getting too hard on the brakes and spinning out. Not for sure there, but I'll tell you what. One of the closest races we've been having all race long is that one with David Steiner, and Nate Biggert running 1-2. Steiner's currently leading that, but Nathan's hot on his trail. That's about the closest one race we've got going on currently. What'd you do? Okay, watching. Oh, what corner? That corner, I can't. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see what corner that is when they come back through it. But that same corner, I've watched everybody kind of scrape up against that wall on the inside to get around that corner. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it seems like everybody does that. Here they come. I'm watching. I'm with David. I'm with David Steiner and Nathan Biggert right now, going down the downhill through the S's. Um, they'll be coming up on Forrest's elbow. You're good. Corner is that? Ace, Corey. Oh,
You're in.
Bingo,
Hey,
bitches!
we can't hear you, Striker. Okay. Send me back down, Tyler. Okay.
Driver's meeting or grand?
Where Chris is.
looks like there is two GT3 cars on the lead lap, which would be David Steiner, Nathan Bigart, Sean Atkins, Austin Diltz, um, Morgan Smith, Kobe Hartung, Mark Retchen, John Hammond, Brad Dove, Steven Salas are all lapped down. I believe that corner that they're hitting that inside wall is the Corey, which would be corner number 2. It might be the cutting too, which is corner 3 and 4. They get back around to that corner. We'll watch and see, but they rub that wall. Go to corner number 2. Oh, I hear him hitting the wall. Pretty crazy here. Thaddeus Marshall's caught David Steiner, Nathan Bigart going around Forrest's elbow, and you can see him get around both of them there. And that's one good thing about this road racing and all these guys out here. Everybody's pretty respectful, and you get some of these faster guys and these GTPs, these GT3 guys, pull over and let it by. Looks like we are about 25 minutes into this race. It'll be an hour. But it's a cool looking track. I really enjoy it. I think I'm gonna have to run here sometime just to try it out, because those downhills and Forrest's elbow and all, the chase, all them corners, they look cool. So we got Thaddeus Marshall, your leader, followed by Chris Burrs running second. And then Steven Salas will be third. David Steiner's your leader in GT3, followed by Nathan Bigart. Sean Atkins is third, followed by Austin Diltz, Kobe Hartung, Morgan Smith, Mark Retchen, John Hammond, Brad Dove. But David Steiner's pulled a little gap on, it looks like, Nathan Bigart here. They were bumper to bumper for quite a while. And it looks like we have a car off the pace. That would be Thaddeus Marshall. Not sure what happened to your leader, but he's crab walking. He's Your leader out of contention. Yeah, it doesn't. His car doesn't look good at all. But bad place to be broke down at and trying to crab walk is going down this hill, down these hills into the S's. And Steven Salas just spun it out again. Right at the bottom of that downhill. Um, he's having a hard time with there. But well, what I was getting to is that's a bad place to be able to the car not handling real well. Is trying to go down those hills and around those S's. He's just trying to stay out of people's way here, and we'll see if he can limp it back to the pits. Yeah, Chris will be your. It'll take over the lead now. They do, I believe, have one fast repair, so Thaddeus will be able to get that and get back out there. But unfortunate for him. Take a hydrate break if you want to put it on most exciting, and we'll let these guys just considering. What does that say? Oh, it says Mount Panorama on the side of that mountain. That's pretty cool. But no, we'll take a break here and we'll put it on most exciting, and we'll be back here after a bit. Here. Looks like they are getting ready to go through the S's here, which are the downhill. This is a dangerous spot. Just finding it. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to push the issue going downhill in these S's, but um, coming out of these S's and going around that sharp left-hander, which is Forrest's elbow, they come up on that straightaway that heads towards the chase, and they hit the wall there too. See, it must be just how they enter the corner. They scrape the wall, but now they're on that. Give me a minute. They are on Conrad Straight right now, headed towards the chase. This would be the time coming to these corners is where Nate would want to try to make a pass on him, but looks like he's falling back a little bit here. Not going to be able to get it done there as they come up to corner 23. Corner 23 is Murray's corner. After you go around this sharp 90-degree left-hander, and Nathan Bigart's coming in the pits. Yeah, 14 native. Yeah, 15. Yep, Big Art coming in the pits. But what Murray's corner is that sharp left-hander 23 corner, and then that goes right back towards the start-finish line, down to turn 1, which is another sharp left-hander, which is Hell's corner, due to that tree stump. It looks like Thaddeus Marshall will be back out there. I don't see him in the pits anymore. Watching Salas here go through, forced his elbow down the hill. He's good. He made that one. I just wanted to make sure he got through that cleanly. You're good. So Christian Burge is still your leader in the GTP car. Thaddeus Marshall will be second. Steven Salas third. David Steiner still leading in GT3, followed by Nathan. Nathan Bigart, I believe, will be dropped down maybe a little bit. Maybe he got back out there. Yeah, it's currently showing him in third now. So it looks like Sean Atkins will take over that second spot. Going to ride along with Steven Salas here. He's coming up on here in a little bit. He'll be coming up on those S corners downhill. Oh, he about hit the wall there. Here he comes down the hill through the S's. He's got it figured out now. He's got it figured out now. He just had some issue about every lap. I mean, here he comes around Forrest's elbow and towards Conrad straight away. Mark Retchen out here just cruising. Him, Mark Retchen, John Hammond, and Brad Dove just out there cruising and doing. Yeah, real quick, Morgan Smith just pitted, so Morgan Smith in the pits. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Your leader, David Steiner, in the GT3. Not sure what happened there, but rear-ended Brad Dove, and Brad Dove hit the wall. Not sure if Brad Dove got in his way or if that was a David Steiner incident there. But yeah, they're both still rolling now. But yeah, David Steiner got into the back of Brad Dove and took Brad for a loop. Yeah, it looks like Brad jumped in the cockpit and looked at that. It looks like Dove just slowed down a little too much on the brakes, and Steiner got into the back of him. But hopefully, there's not a lot of damage on Brad Dove's car, and it doesn't look to be bad. So see if he can continue to be out there. Here we go. There goes Steven Salas back into the corners down the hill. Be good. Forced his elbow to Conrad straightaway. Yeah, they've been scraping the walls down around those S's and stuff. Must be a tight fit down there or something. It seems like a lot of the drivers do that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, watching Kobe and Austin here. Colby had to make that pit stop. Not really sure what happened to him. Something happened to the car to where he had as he called it, a light meatball. So he had to come in for repairs, but he's back out there. Currently running third. These new guys, Austin Diltz, Morgan Smith, and Sean Atkins having a good race today. It's good to see them out there and doing well. Watching David Steiner here. Surely didn't get much damage on that front end when he rear-ended Dove, but I mean, rear-ending and hitting anybody, any car, it's going to give you something. Hopefully that doesn't really slow him down much. It doesn't look like it, but we'll keep an eye on him throughout the night and watch him. We're about 37 minutes into this race. We got John Hammond coming in the pits here. Looks like he's coming in for some fuel or tires. Yeah, imagine he probably stretched it out and made that fuel tank dry. So John Hammond in the pits, having a good race, just cruising, filling in for his son Tyler Hammond. John Atkins just also in the pits. Sean Atkins. John Atkins. Looks like Hammond's leaving the pits. I'm scrolling. Yeah, we see Sean Atkins just pulling his pit box there. I'm really kind of curious to what happened to Kobe for that meatball. Maybe we can get him up in the booth afterwards here, and maybe we could ask him that and see what happened. Yeah, let's figure out what happened. As we see him coming up, on John Hammond. Colby, it's Church up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah.
Hey, you had a meatball towards the beginning. We couldn't figure out what the issue was or what happened. What happened?
I couldn't figure out the issue either. It just gave me a meatball.
Huh.
It
That's
gave me a
crazy.
meatball and I had to pit.
Oh, we got John Hammond around at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, you just lost it off my nose.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to bring you up here and see
Yeah.
what was going on with that.
Yeah, trust me, I tapped the wall not very hard. Didn't even get an X. I'm just as confused as y'all are.
There you heard it. He's just as confused as everybody else. All right, buddy. We'll let you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we sitting there talking to Kobe. John Hammond lost it at the bottom of the hill there, but hopefully he's okay.
Bingo, bitches!
John, it's Church up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? We had Kobe up here talking to him, and as we're watching him, we saw you spin out the bottom of the hill.
I just changed my tires and I lost it. Cold tires, trying to drive and stay ahead of Kobe.
Hey,
Nate
man,
got into me a little bit. I was just sat there and waited.
Hey, man, you're doing good out there, just cruising, filling in for your boy today, a little under the weather. But yep, we want to bring you up there and just see what happened. Maybe we hit the brakes too hard, but we found out that it was cold tires, just pitted on new tires.
Trying to drive and stay ahead of Kobe.
As we
A little bit, I was just sat there and waited.
Yeah. We'll let him go back. Brad Dove get behind him there. He's not doing anything. Looks like the closest gap we have currently on the track is between Kobe and Austin, and that would be for second and third place. Currently, Kobe holds that. Kobe doing good after that meatball coming back out, getting back up to second place. Christian Burge is still your leader at GTP. David Steiner's currently still leading your GT3 class. Yeah. Watching Brad Dove and John Hammond here. John's peeking around, trying to get around him here. As they're coming down to a dangerous part of the track, the S is going down the hill. Let's see if John can get by Dove here. Oh, and okay. You know, with road racing, that's a really big deal. Everybody's got different braking points. And so, you know, if you're behind somebody like John is Brad, Brad might break a little bit sooner than John, and John might break a little bit later. And so you just got to be aware of what the car in front of you is doing as they're going down that back straightaway, headed toward the S's or the chase, which this would be a chance for John to get by Dove, but it looks like he lost a little bit of ground. They are coming across the start finish line here. Ooh. Looks like John backed off a little bit there on Brad Dove. Brad Dove must have scared him a little bit. Watching Chris Roberge here coming down the hill around the S's. Mark Retchen's right in front of him. We'll see if we can make this clean pass. Roberge in a GTP, Retchen in a GT3. Coming around Force's elbow to the backstretch. And he's going to let. Yeah, Retchen gave him plenty of room. Chris got out around him there towards the back straight, towards the chase. After the chase is Murray's corner, and then back to the start finish line to Hell's corner. Thing to see. Nathan Bigart currently running fourth. It'd be interesting to see if he can get a top three here and get by Austin. Not for sure what the gap is there between the two, but so about 8 seconds in between the two. But you can never count Nate out. Nate's a pretty good road racer. Uh, Yeah, we got John Hammond coming back in the pits again. Not for sure what happened, if anything happened. Okay, it looks like John crashed. Going down that hill, it's tricky. I mean, You got to be easy on the brakes and everything. And I mean, we've seen it all night long with Steven Salas and John and those guys coming down this hill and getting on the brakes to make the corner again. It just loops it around. David Steiner still leading your GT3. Christopher Burr still leading your GTP. Christopher Burr is going to have a good week, good weekend, however you want to put it. He just won Saturday night with the Heart to Heart League at Texas Motor Speedway, followed by Ryan Went. Ryan Went got second place. I believe that's maybe his second or third podium, but we haven't seen Ryan really out here running a whole lot. But we hope he comes back soon. Yeah, so if you're watching, Ryan, come on back, man. We're waiting for you. Up that sharp that I was running with Austin here, going up that steep hill. 800 and it was like 840 meters above sea level, I believe, is the tallest point of that mountain. Yeah. Looks like Brad Dove just crashed. Going down the hill. Same hill, same corner. Yeah, it looks like Dove might have saved that. Didn't crash completely, so hopefully he's all right. Didn't get much damage there. Yeah, looks like Austin's going to be in the pits. He was your third place running car. Big Art just got by Austin that was in the pits. Put Nate up to third. Got a heck of a battle brewing here between Mark Retchen and Sean Atkins. That's for 6th and 7th. Currently, Mark runs that one or owns that one. They're headed back to the start finish line. Headed to Hell's Corner. Mark's having a good race today. Just staying out of trouble, keeping it on the track. That's all you can ask for. Have a good race. Looks like Mark's. Yeah, it looks like Mark's gonna give Sean the position. Mark just said, "Go ahead, I'll give it to you. I'm just out here trying to save the car and everything." So put Sean up to 6th. Yeah, we got to look at Brad Dove in the pits. He's gonna make his pit stop. Christopher Burge, David Steiner, your two leaders, followed by Brad Dove, are all three in the pits. Kobe, looks like Kobe Hartung just took over the lead from Christopher Burr or from David Steiner. Nate Bigart is in second. Um, Sean Atkins third. Yeah, I think my thing's messed up. Yeah, Austin was running third or fourth, I believe, when he went off track there. Hopefully he doesn't have much. Mark Retchen, Mark Retchen just rolled in the pits, getting his service. Oh, I was watching Brad Dove. He was getting ready to come down the hill around the S's, and looks like he was going to go off track there or something, but he saved it. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I got it. Looks like we got about 7 minutes. Yeah, 5 to 7 minutes left of the race. Looks like we're at 52 minutes of an hour. So yeah, Kobe's leading your G23s. Looks like he's got about an 8-second gap between him and David Steiner. Nathan Biggart's another 4 seconds behind Steiner, running in third place there. We'll see if they can catch him, make any ground up. Yeah, riding with Nate right now. You can see Colby and David Steiner in front of him up there. He looks like he's on the. Looks like. Uh, yeah, we're at. I believe I'm riding with Steiner here. He's at 25 laps in. It looks like Kobe Hartung just pitted and gave up the lead, just down to the wire here. I'm not sure what happened to Kobe. Yeah, he might have ran it out of fuel. Yeah, it looks like he did. Looks like he went in for a splash of fuel. Looks like he ran out because he had to short pit there, due to that meatball. So, yeah, and David Steiner takes the lead with Nathan Bigart right behind him by 4 seconds. Can Nate make some ground up on Steiner here, closing towards the end of the race? Yeah, it looks like we got about 2 or 3 laps left of this race. It's telling me we got 56 minutes in. Watching Nathan Bigart go down the hill through the S's. You can see Steiner up there. I don't know. I don't know if he'll have enough time. As Nate goes around forces elbow. Watching your leader, Chris Roberge here. They're going down the hill through the S's. He's got a lap car of, I believe, Sean Atkins in front of him. We'll see if Sean will let. And it looks like Morgan Smith just crashed. Looks like he just. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be enough time for Nate to catch Steiner, but what a heck of a battle by him today. Just they're always every week they're having a great battle and great race. Morgan Smith down the hill through the S's. Got Kobe Hartung coming by Brad Dove right here, and Dove just lets him by. For a second, I was gonna say, don't look now, but Nathan Bigart's on the back of David Steiner. After looking at it, it's John Hammond that was in the way of Nathan or David Steiner there. Steiner got by John Hammond, and you see Nathan Bigart going around John here. It looks like he's getting closer to Steiner up there, but I just don't think he's going to have enough time to catch him. 3.4-second gap between the two. He is catching him, but I think we're going to run out of time. But don't hold your breath. You never know. Mark Retchen pulling out of the pits. Looks like Bragg Dove's in the grass. He saves it. He's back out. Yeah, we're good, Dove. We're good. Just chill. Just chill. Looks like he's coming up on Murray's corner, back towards the start-finish line to Hill's corner. And Nate's getting closer. He's down to 3 seconds now, but I'm not gonna say he's not gonna catch him because you never know. So we'll keep watching that. You got Steven Salas right behind Nate here in that GTP car, which is probably Nate letting him by is going to probably slow him down a little bit. So he's gonna try to figure out a point to where he can let Steven by without losing a lot of speed. .8 seconds now between. You can see him getting closer to Steiner, and that would be for the lead. They're coming down the hill through the S's. Where's he going to let Steven get by him at so he can keep up that speed and doesn't lose any more time? Around Forest Elbow towards the back straightaway. Now would be the time for Nate to let Steve. Yep, and Steven's going by him here. Going to use his draft to try to catch the David Steiner. Will he have enough time to catch Steiner? It's crazy how fast those GTPs are compared to those GT3s. You can see how much he gained, Steven gained on David Steiner. Nate's only wishing, man, if I had a GTP car right now. That would be pretty much your battle on the track right now, is between that Nathan Bigart and David Steiner for the lead and the GT3 cars. The question is, does Nate have enough time to catch him? So that last lap, they both ran. David Steiner and Nathan Bigart both ran a 2:06. So they're about, but they're about the same lap. They're doing about the same. But there for a minute, it looked like Nathan Bigart was catching him again around that last corner. I just don't think he'll have enough time. If the leaderboard stays the same towards the end of the race, your winner and your GT has Nate scrapes the wall there. They do it every time right there. He's going down the hill through the S's. And you know what? David Steiner's got Steven Salas and another lap car of GT3 and right in front of him coming down these hills. So that's going to slow him down just enough for Nathan Bigart to catch him. He's down to 2 seconds. These lap cars might be. Who is that in front of David Steiner? That's Mark Retchen. We'll see if Steiner gets him by cleanly here, or if Nathan Bigart's going to catch him even some more. I think we're gonna have one more lap, or this might be it. Watching Steiner up there from Nate's view. Oh, right around Murray's corner, back to the start-finish line. They're headed. This is the last lap. Will Nate Bigart have enough time? As you see David Steiner go to the inside, I believe the race is over. I believe that was the last lap. Okay, it's showing white flag. Showing race over for me, but I guess this will be one lap to go. Will Nate have enough time? What's it down to now? 1.1 seconds from David Steiner to Nathan Bigart. Nate is thinking right now, when would be the time to send it? Where am I going to send it at? And they scrape the wall again, same place. It must be, 1.1 still going up the hill. They're getting ready to come down to the S's and going downhill. Where will Nathan Bigart make this move, if any move at possible? They're coming down the hill through the S's. Nate caught some more there. He's down to a second. He's under a second. 1 second. Down the hill around Forest Elbow. Around Forest Elbow, down the backstretch. This is where Nate needs to catch onto the draft of Steiner. The chase corners are coming up. This is the opportune time to make a pass when you do a slight braking because of the speed. If he's going to pass Steiner at any point, this section of the track would be the section to do it on. They're headed to Murray. They're headed to Murray's corner. Murray's corner is the last left-hander before the start-finish line. It doesn't look like Nathan's going to catch him, but I'll tell you what, one heck of a race again by Nathan Bigart and David Steiner. David Steiner is going to take the win in the GT3s, followed by Nathan Bigart and Kobe Hartung will round out your top three. Chris Burge wins your GTP class. So Chris Burge, he goes out Saturday night and he wins in the truck, and then comes back on Wednesday and wins in the GTP car. What a good week for Chris. So Chris Roberge is going to be your winner in the GTP car, followed by Steven Salas and Thaddeus Marshall. Not really sure what happened to Thaddeus Marshall. I'd really like to talk to him to figure out if he didn't use his fast repair, or if he did and then didn't have another one. Not sure what happened there, but third place for Thaddeus Marshall. David Steiner gets the win in the GT3, followed by Nathan Bigart second, third Kobe Hartung, Sean Atkins fourth, Morgan Smith fifth, Mark Retchen sixth, John Hammond seventh, Brad Dove eighth. Austin Diltz will be ninth in your GT3 class. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We'll grab our podium finishers and bring them up and talk to them. Going to bring up Chris Roberge, your winner of your GTP class. Let's see what he's got to say. Chris Roberge, Church in the Booth. Do you got me?
Yes, I do.
The winner of the GTPs today, man. Not only the winner of the GTPs today, but Saturday night, you won in the trucks at Texas, correct?
Yes, I did.
So, dude, what a week for you. What a week. Come out Saturday night, win the Texas, and then come out on Wednesday and win in the road. The question I have for you is, do we have an idea what happened to Thaddeus Marshall?
No, I heard from Nate. He got by me, and then something happened. He got loose on that turn 2, I think it was, and then somehow he used that fast repair, and then I heard he wrecked again. before the S's come before he got to the S's, and he wrecked there, and
So
that
he
was the end
wrecked.
of it.
So he wrecked
Yes.
twice. We were wondering when he went in the pits that one time why he didn't use the fast repair, but he must have already used it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Thaddeus Marshall. But hey, that's all right. That gives you the win. So congratulations, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
What was the pros out there today, and what were the cons of the track today?
Trying to keep it clean, that's for sure. It was a tough track. These cars don't belong there at all, but yeah, so because it's not a track for these cars at all, but it's just gotta keep it clean. Just take your time, don't go for it around, or you will get wrecked. I was practicing and I was working, trying to see how much I could push it. You can't even push it with these cars at all.
Well, you did a great job, man. You got the win. You stayed out of trouble. You got around all them lap cars. I'm trying to see here where we're at next week.
It would be at Luxembourg with a boot, with possibly
Watkins,
rain.
Watkins Glen with possible rain. What do you think about that? Are you ready for Watkins Glen? Because I know when you say you're ready because before Texas, that's all I heard. You were ready for it and you dominated that race. So, are you ready for Watkins Glen?
I know I'm not the fastest with these road courses cars, but I will try my best and keep my car clean.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, you're looking like you know how to drive them, from my point of view. I believe, how many wins you got on the roadside?
That's my first one.
This is your first one? Okay. For some reason, I thought you had another one. But good win, man. Good win. Watkins Glen next week. Possible rain. You'll be ready for it. I know you will. I know you will.
Oh yeah.
Give your shout outs, buddy.
Yeah, big shout outs to ChopShop Racing here. For doing all this stuff for all the admins too. Thanks for the VVR road course thing. Voluntary. Thanks for broadcasting this. And all that. Big support of my grandson and my wife.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. You made a good statement there with Tim Lee and VVR. Didn't really mention them a whole lot during the race, but yeah, we do want to shout out Tim Lee and Virtual Velocity Racing. Not sure where they're at on their oval racing. I know they got our oval races, I believe, on Thursdays. I'm not sure if they're done with that or where they're at with that, but yeah, good mention on Tim Lee and VVR. If you don't know anything about them, go check them out at Virtual Velocity Racing. Christian Burge first today at Bathurst, Mount Panorama, or as they call it, Gold Country. So, Christian Burge, first place, GTP. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
He was second. Yeah. Steven Salas, second place finish tonight in the GTP. They got me? Steven Salas, Church in the booth. You got me? Yeah, we'll give him. He might have some issues. That's all right. Yep. David Steiner, the winner of the GT3, put on a hell of a show with Nathan Bigart again, just like any other week. A heck of a battle. Steiner, good win, man. Nate was catching you.
Yeah, how you doing, Robert? I know that Strocker's probably there too. I can see your name there, but
Yep.
and I might be able to hear you, but not on the broadcast. But yeah, thank you. Thanks to that was not an easy run. That was these guys are quick. So Nate's learnt. Nate's the sort of animal that when you beat Nate, it's only because he hasn't learnt a track or a discipline yet. And when he does, as we've seen, he's the benchmark. And Colby, well, he's a benchmark here. If it wasn't for an unfortunate meatball flag that didn't even come with an X, Colby might have had this one because he was quick.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Kobe there. We brought him up in the booth and we even asked him. He didn't really have a clue. So yeah, that's real odd that he had a meatball. Was you nervous at all with Nate catching you there towards the end?
Oh yeah, a little.
He was bringing. He
Yeah.
was 5 seconds or so, and then he'd brought it down all the way to 1 second, and below that, I think those lap cars kind of slowed you down a little bit and gave him some time to catch you.
Yeah, and that's good. That's racing.
So what was? Oh, sorry. So what was the pros to this? What was the best? What was your thoughts coming out of this race, and what were the cons coming out of this race for you?
Yeah, well, pro there was definitely taking the win. I feel lucky to have taken it too because I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And then when Colby set the pace in qualifying, you knew it was going to be on. So just to stay ahead of these two fellas, that was good.
Hey man, when
That's a great takeaway.
when I think benchmark road racing, I think of David Steiner, my Aussie friend, because man, you can wheel a car around the road track. If too bad, lucky for Kobe. I think it could have been a good race between Kobe, you, and Nate. But every week, man, you and Nate and Kobe and all you GT3 guys, you're always giving it a good battles and everything like that. Watkins Glen next week, possible chance of rain. What do you take away with that? You ready?
Look, there's a good chance I won't be here next week. I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be traveling. I'm actually heading over to Germany for the 24 hours is coming up.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'll leave in a few days. I've got another couple of races to do. The enduro there with Colby and his team. And just after that, I'm heading away. So I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. The person I'm staying with in Germany does have a sim rig, but we'll see. see what happens. So I might miss that while I'm on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You are going to run the 24 hours at Nürburgring with these guys and these teams. I have no doubt you'll do great, man. Like I said, when I think road racing, I think of one person I think of is David Steiner. So he won.
I appreciate that, Robert. Hey, let's not forget too. This would have been a four-way battle if Michael Caffrey was in.
Caffrey, yeah, it was unfortunate he couldn't make
it. He's a mountain master. He would have been quick, so that would have been good. I know he's disappointed. He would have loved to race here.
Isn't it crazy how that just happens? Like something happens, like his computer screen or whatnot goes out right when good races come up that he can do well at. Nürburgring was another one that he didn't make, and he really wanted to. So it's just unfortunate for him because we get to these tracks that he wants to run and is good at, and then something happens.
Yeah, it's really sad. And the same thing. The same thing insofar as he wasn't able to attend Nürburgring last season as well. I think he wasn't able to. He was away or doing something. So it's 2 seasons in a row he hasn't been able to run there, where he's also quick. So yeah, shame for him.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, Robert, just one thing I want to say publicly. I already spoken to Brad in person, but I want to apologise for that contact on whatever lap it was.
We did see that. We did see that.
There's probably a bit of netcode involved because it's just a long way between here and the servers in the US. But that said, netcode only comes into effect when you're that close anyway. So I put the car that close and there was contact. So that's on me. And sorry to Brad.
Yeah, you hear that, Brad Dove? Steiner apologized for that. Yeah, we saw that, and what we took away with it was that the breaking point. He just slowed down a little too much, or before you thought he was going to, and you got into the back of him. But no harm, no foul. Apologies were sent out, and I'm pretty sure Brad he's all right with it. But David Steiner, P1 finish for your GT3s with a heck of a battle. Give your shout outs, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Well done to Chris. I think he got up there in P1. Thanks to everyone who came out today and drove. Well done. Thanks to you guys for the broadcast. Look forward to putting it on. And of course, the sponsor, Virtual Velocity Racing. Thank you for being on board.
There you go. David Steiner, your P1 finisher for the GT3s here at Bathurst. We're going to try to bring up Steven Salas again, see if he has us. Steven Salas, Church in the Booth. You got me? Steven Salas, Church in the Booth. You got me? Yeah, I guess not. We'll bring Nate up. Your P2 finisher for the GT3s, Nathan Bigart. Oh, man. We were watching there. Once again, another race where it comes down to the wire and you're pushing to catch somebody and you about caught him.
Yeah, it was close, man. I was trying harder than I think I have in a long time. Like, I'm not, I haven't been running a lot of GT3 like I used to. So basically, the only races I've been doing is Wednesday night here, so I wasn't too fresh up on it. But as the race started progressing along, I started getting a lot more comfortable. And towards the end, I thought it was over. He had like a 6-second lead. But I started pushing, and some lap traffic came in, and man, I was able to close it right up. I drove the hell out of it on that last lap trying to get there, but made it exciting and great finish. I'm happy.
Yeah, we were watching. We ran with you from 6 seconds back all the way there towards the end, and yeah, those lap cars really kind of gave you. I was hoping you would catch him. Just to make for a funner race. But I'll tell you what, you were right on his bumper right there at the end, so that was even fun to call too. Yeah, those lap cars. I mean, trying to get her. I think one of them was Steven Salas, and the other one was Mark Retchen. And when they got in front of him there, and I was just waiting for you to really get on his bumper. But where to pass at on this track seems to be tricky. I don't know. I've never been there, but I do know the little S corner, the chase they call it, right after the backstretch there, is where I'm told is the place to pass if you're going to make a pass.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to do it on them straightaways. That's obviously the safest place. Pretty much up and down the mountain, unless it's somebody that's off pace, wrecked, or a different class car. You're not really going to make a move up the mountain unless it's the last lap and they make a mistake, because it's one line. Everybody's switching right up against the wall, whether you go right turn, left turn. You're swapping lanes so fast that it's hard to get beside somebody. So you're definitely going to do it, anywhere on them big straights, whether it's down the back stretch or, you take turn 1 and get a good run out of there down into turn 2 is a nice braking zone to dive it in and hope the guy gives it up. But yeah, that was definitely what my plan was. I was hoping to have that run on the last lap down the back stretch, and had a good one, just not a good enough one, and just a little too far back. But all in all,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all struggled tonight with incidents. I hit something and had some damage. Colby had damage. Thaddeus, Steven. The mountain definitely claimed its victims tonight, and thank God we got that fast repair, because I think a lot of us wouldn't have finished this race.
Yeah, we had a lot of incidents and a lot of unfortunate things happened. We pulled Kobe up in the booth and we asked him, "Hey, what happened there for you to get that meatball?" And he wasn't quite for sure either. He said he might have tapped the wall or something, but it shouldn't have been enough for a meatball. But I'm just taking it those cars. It doesn't take much to tear something up. So this week you're going to be one of the drivers this weekend, Nürburgring 24-hour. And you're one of the guys that runs 2 or 3 teams, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be doing at least 2, maybe 3. Obviously won't be doing, like 8-10 hours on each team, but definitely do, 3 or 4 stints on one team. My main team that I run with is TSR. I'll be doing the second start time with them. And I think that'll be my most involved, where I'll actually do about a third of the driving. So, but it's a fun track. You definitely want to do more than one start, because good chances, there's going to be some wrecking involved, and it's just going to be limping at home. It's usually when you're racing Nürburgring, you're not racing the other cars, you're just racing yourselves in the track. So, looking forward to spending some time with some friends this weekend on iRacing. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, man, you're going to be tired after that one, but I know you like to do it and you love doing it and you have fun doing it. So that's all that matters there. next week, Watkins Glen with possible chance of rain. You ready for that?
Well, no, I'm not a fan of the rain at all. I I could do away with it completely in iRacing. I just don't like it. Especially, Watkins Glen's such a great historic track for us being NASCAR guys. We love it. Just to ruin it, cover it in rain, and make it, it's just, to me, it's not as much of a race. That you're not gonna see a lot of side by side battling when it's raining. You're basically just looking for the grip and trying to see where you're going. When you get behind someone, it's difficult. So it's a different type of racing, but it's something that we all gotta, embrace because it's here to stay. So the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. So I guess looking forward to just, spending time with the ChopShop crew and having some fun in the rain.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, one person that surprises me a little bit, but I think I remember that from the past. You saying you didn't like the rain, so we'll see what happens. Maybe Mother Nature will say, "Hey, we're not going to rain today." So P2 finish, man, and you were coming on David Steiner. I think we needed another lap. That would have really got interesting. Give you shout outs.
Yeah, just give a shout out to you and the mute during the broadcast, Striker, doing the broadcast. I heard we couldn't really hear him, but thanks for him trying, showing up. Thank the ChopShop crew, all the admins, everybody doing the work for us to come out here and have a good time. All the drivers tonight showing a lot of respect on the track, having fun. We had a nice, big, large group in Discord. I think most of the drivers were in there. It's nice when, you can spend time with everybody in there that's in the race and you all get along and are just having a great time. So shout out to them. The sponsor of the league, the VVR, all the fans watching, and number one fan, Mom, love you.
Gotta love Mom, man. Hey, Nathan Bigart, P2 finished tonight in the GT3 class. Thanks, man. So, Bathurst, they run endurance races here, and the 12 and the 24. As you've seen tonight, these guys, thank God for a fast repair, because these guys, I think there wasn't one car out there that didn't have some sort of body damage. If there was, I'd be surprised. Cool track, really cool track. I've never ran on it, but now that I've seen it, it looks fun, and I think I'll have to give it a shot. All these guys out here did a great job. We were missing some guys, but we had some new guys come in, so it'll be fun to watch. Next week we're at Watkins Glen with a possible chance of rain. We'll see what happens there. Mother Nature will make that decision on what happens. This weekend, if you guys ain't doing anything, they're running the 20s. Got a couple teams going. These guys are going to be running the 24s at Nürburgring endurance race. They race a couple hours each, and see where they end up coming. So if you ain't doing anything, feel free to come over to ChopShop TV, and it'll be streaming on there. Also, I'm pretty sure there'll be other streams up and going to be able to watch that. So that's Nürburgring 24-hour this weekend. Yeah, Bathurst, Mount Panorama, gold country. That was pretty interesting that they first found gold here in this area where that track is. But yeah, it's bad we couldn't get Steven Salas up here. Not sure what he had going on, some mic issues or some other technical issues. But Striker's here with me. He had some issues with the microphone. They couldn't get it. He couldn't get it figured out. So that's okay. We're here, but he's here with me. He, we can't. Yeah. So I gotta shout out. I gotta shout out Tim Lee at VVR. I didn't say. Now that I think about it, I don't think I said it once during the race, and I apologize for that, Tim. But it was real hectic and busy after we lost a man in the booth. But yeah, shout out to Tim Lee at VVR. Go over there. I'm pretty sure they've got a website. Like, subscribe on Facebook. Join their Discord. They run on Thursdays. I think they ran the Cup Series. Not sure where they're at with that, but yeah, Dem Lee over at VVR. We couldn't do this without them, so give them a big thanks. ChopShop Racing, all the guys out there in ChopShop, new or old, great set of guys. We run Wednesdays here with the Road Series, and then Friday we run our Cup Series. Sunday we just got done with a super late series. On Mondays we run dirt. This Monday at Weed Sport, I was able to pick up the win. That was my first of the season, so that's a lot of fun. Tuesdays we run trucks. Pretty busy chop shop over here. So yeah, whenever Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, feel free to stop in and give us a watch. We'll be broadcasting that. Jason over at Signature Esports broadcasts that. Nobody better in the business than Jason. So go over there and give Jason some thanks and kudos. Baller Status Boys, couldn't do it without them. Trying to think. Baller Status Boys. And so yeah, next week, Watkins Glen, Wednesday. Mother Nature might have a say in that. We'll see. But our next race is Friday. Martinsville Friday. So that'll be a really interesting race. Real small paperclip track. So we'll see you Friday. Catch you guys then.